interesting. But now that we've done the little, the bit that needed to be said, which was all the stuff about Toby, we'll move on to what we've actually done. So we've already like briefly kind of gone over it. Whilst we've been in lockdown, we've moved house.
Yeah.
Which is quite good. We're no longer stuck like ridiculous. Like I was already moved out. I lived in a flat in the centre of Birmingham. I can say that right. That's not too specific.
Yeah. So normally, when we first started the podcast, me and Toby would meet up. Would come over to Curtis's flat, do the podcast there, head off. Then the pandemic hit. It wasn't as fun doing the podcast purely because we weren't in the same space as each other. So we were basically on video calls, but still we had a few challenges, a few setbacks, but we managed to sort of get through them. Now we're in a new space, new house, 2 of us living together as well, so it just makes it easier for us to pump out content that's more consistent, I guess.
But over the lockdown, obviously, everyone found it a bit difficult. So we all kind of took a step back. Like we were pushing for the YouTube. It didn't go as we had originally planned it to. A lot of things happened with obviously Idris was still at work.
Yeah.
He still is. I'm back at work now as well. But because we was obviously working as well, it was really difficult to find the time to make the content. But now that we've kind of we've worked out our schedules, we know exactly what we're doing. I'm now streaming on Twitch. Idris is joining me pretty much every single time I stream.
Yeah, pretty much. Fortnite, gotta get those kills in and hopefully actually win a game for once when we stream.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But we're that schedule is changing every single week depending on my shift pattern at work. We're still going to be releasing at least one podcast a week. The plan is to record multiple at a time. We don't have time to do that today, so we're just doing the one. But we're going to be recording lots, so you always have stuff. And it's the same with the videos. We plan to do bulk recordings, like 1 day a week, just record all of the ones for that week and the following week, and then the next week keep going. So we're always going to be working like a week in lieu. The way that this is going to work is essentially we are consistently going to have content for you. I know that this podcast seems boring, but if you bear with us for about 5 or 10 minutes, we are probably going to get into the topic we actually wanted to talk about. And that is, how was your lockdown, Idris?
Oh, amazing. No, not really. So, for the most part, I was working still, just working from home. Binge watched a couple of shows, The Boys, which you recommended.
Yes.
Honestly, I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I would. It's an entirely different take, like you said it was.
It's like superheroes gone insane.
Yeah, exactly, and they really don't hold back on it whatsoever. Then I binge watched a couple of the classics, so Brooklyn Nine-Nine, How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory, Umbrella Academy. The thing that killed me the most though was that waiting to go to the cinema. How often I go, I've got an Odeon cinema card, and there were so many films I was looking forward to coming out. And then not being able to do that, and then also being stuck inside, I was like, oh, this is hell. So I think it was quite smart how they done it. There was a big shift of sending everything over to your streaming sites rather than releasing them in cinema. But yeah, other than that, just been a lot of gaming, playing Fortnite with you guys. Got the battle pass, trying to level up as much as possible to get those skins in.
I'm completing it, just saying.
Yeah, I'm still 73.
Like level 106 now.
I mean, on the plus side, I did the Aquaman challenges, so I've got the Aquaman. And the bonus skin as well. So that's a plus. But yeah, how was yours then?
Mine was dreadful. So I was in my last year of uni when we first started this podcast, so a lot of the time when I wasn't doing the podcast or I wasn't at work, I was working on my dissertation and I was doing all of my stuff towards my studies. That's all finished now, but over lockdown that was kind of one of the things, it was a major stress. So this is kind of what led to the fall of Just Another Night. So we all had our own things going on. Originally Idris had lost his job, so he was having to try and find something else to do so he could earn money.
That was a massive panic.
Yeah, obviously I got furloughed from my job, so I haven't actually lost mine, but obviously we've reopened now, so I've gone back in. But I just had all of my uni stress, and then obviously with everyone else kind of being like, oh, I need to take a break from the podcast, I was like, okay, I guess we're all taking a break from the podcast, Because I don't know if you guys would agree, but I feel like Just Another Night would be very boring if it was just me chatting stuff.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we have some fun conversations, and we're going to have a bunch more fun conversations to come.
This is true. We just waiting for Toby to get back to us, and then hopefully everything will be back to normal. For now, this is the new normal. It's very much the same as the whole, world on fire. Everything's kind of like, especially in the UK, I'm not sure how bad it is in the US now, but the lockdown's starting to ease.
Yeah.
But instead of it just going back to normal and how it was before, this is the new normal now. Like, pubs are only allowed a third of the capacity in. You've got to wear face masks when you go into shops. Like, everything's just, it's kind of turned upon its head, but we just have to get used to it. And it's the same as this podcast in reality. Like, it's not going to be the same as it was before, but it's also not going to be very different. You're just going to have to bear with us while we kind of work out all the new kinks and try and sort out what we're actually doing.
There's still rocky roads to come. I'm pretty sure I just messed up that phrase. Rocky roads.
Rocky roads.
Pretty sure rocky roads is the cake.
Yeah, it is. It's got marshmallows and
yeah, okay, I don't even know what word I was going to go for.
To be fair, though, Rocky Road bangs,
Yeah. But rocky times ahead still, obviously, because, there is a pandemic. We are hoping you're all staying safe, following whatever your local guidelines are. But there have been some major updates while we've been in lockdown, which is what today's podcast is going to be about. So essentially we're going to go over all the stuff that's happened while we've been in lockdown, from games, films, tech, and just give you guys our thoughts on them, really.
It's going to be interesting. My biggest highlight was probably the reveal of the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. They both look banging, they don't. The Xbox Series X looks banging, the PlayStation 5 looks like a goddamn router.
Yeah. I was astonished at how quick people are on the internet. Me and you watched that live. Literally within a minute of them showing the actual PlayStation itself, there was already images on Instagram of a router with 2 pieces of paper taped to it. People honestly move so fast.
It's that whip. Like, you can't beat the internet. People on the internet are just like, nah, I'm not taking this from anybody.
Yeah. But, no, we did have some good highlights. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with the Xbox.
Yes, the one that I didn't watch.
Let's start with the PlayStation 5.
Now...